Hello everybody, welcome to my video, and the reason I started making this video was that I was cleaning up my room and saw some of my old notebooks I have from middle school towards high school. And let me tell you, some of my notes have my story from when I was at middle school versus high school. And let me tell you, I was a little bit proud about my process of writing. But the problem for me is that, sometimes when you see your old work, you feel a little bit cringe, like you could have done this way better. But hey, I'm still learning how to write and read since sometimes you're not considered the best writer when you were younger compared when you're older, but it doesn't matter. I'm so excited to talk about the story of what it's like versus middle school versus high school. Then here's my middle school drawing. My middle school drawing of a man was so hard for me to begin with because I don't draw men that often, and the reason is that I'm just starting to learn how to draw men compared to women since usually I like women because they consider more beautiful and easy to style them in my point of view when I was in middle school. But the story of it is I got inspired by a YouTuber who wear a lot of makeup and he is a singer. His backstory is he's a makeup YouTuber who enjoyed to help others with makeup skill of videos. He's a very famous YouTuber who is well respected, but he's a very busy man before he was famous. And the reason is he had free part-time job, so he was able to keep his apartment and struggle with financial money. He was so much in debt that he almost not have food on the table. The reason why he's so much in debt is that he dropped out of a great college that cost a fortune. He saw that college isn't for him, so he tried to turn off life. His parents was worried what's going to happen to him, since he doesn't have a job to take care of him. Until then, he tried to find a job until he saw tried to do YouTube for a while, and so he ended up making money of it. My middle school drawing, the story I made of her was that she was a vampire witch. I got inspired to watch a lot of Harry Potter and vampire movies when I was young, but the difference is she was homeschooled with a witch father and a vampire mother. The story of how her parents met was when they were a child. The father was looking for some degree in dark forest just so he will able to help out his sick mother, since the ingredient is so rare only the dark forest can be able to find. But the problem is he able to lose himself in the forest. And the funny part of it is that the father have a map but got him the wrong side of direction. The father started to worry that he'll get cursed by the dark magic or being eaten by a dark magic creature. And the scary part is he feels someone is watching him, even though he don't can't see which one is it. So he put up an illusion trap to see who was following him. An hour later, a vampire girl started attacking the witch boy, but she got tricked, and the boy put sleeping potion on her so he can use his wand to create vines to attack her so she wouldn't attack him. He started camping and used the illusion so no one's going to attack him in the middle of the night. When he started the fire to cook some food, the vampire girl woke up by the sleep tradition. She tried to break free from the vine, but more vines coming around her. Even she got surprised she's not able to break free. Then asked the witch boy what he was going to do with her. The witch boy said he need help to find some ingredient in the dark forest, so he thought he would get lost again. Even when he said, if you're going to attack me, the wine's going to kill you and force you towards the sun, so be in much in pain. now able to be free from the curse. Her reaction was somewhat surprising, and then, "You're too smart, but what made you think you were able to trust me to help you out?" The witch boy responded, "You don't have killer eyes. And plus, it's rare to see a young vampire girl alone without a group of protection." The vampire girl was confused and somewhat angry, and then she responded, "Those people only care about the power they get when transformed into a vampire, but never think about the side effect of being hungry all the time and losing their power slowly for aging so fast, for not eat flesh, blood, be young forever, for not be a real vampire to begin with." The witch boy was somewhat surprised and then responded, "So the real vampire are rare to find, but what you doing here without your parents?" "My parents just die of protecting me so they don't get me of my blood." The vampire girl looked like she's about to cry a little until she controlled her emotion, asked the witch boy, "What you need to agree to begin?" and says, "No one crazy enough to go to the dark forest without only emergency." The witch boy said, "My mom is dying sickly, so I need to get the ingredients that I can to get her." Until she saw the boy's reaction towards the way she reacted, she accepted the deal with the witch boy, and the witch boy set her free. She was able to set her free, but the witch boy said, "Don't you dare do it." She said, "I wouldn't, but I will help you with the ingredients." So they went to the dark forest and find all the ingredients she got. And the funny part of all the ingredients they got, she not met over 5 years later and end up met again, but they start fall in love and find able to create a child who was a very powerful vampire witch. My middle school drawing of it was a very old woman. This very old woman was a really good fighter who know how to fight everything, even though a lot of people misunderstood or think that she's a weak woman, but she wasn't a weak woman. She knows how to fight and knows how to defend herself. She can. And the funny part of all, she knows how to fight when she was a young child. She was raised to fight to protect because all his brother just died. So she learned how to fight like a man no matter what. But the saddest part of all, people don't treat her as a woman. They treat her disrespectfully, tell her that she was not being manly enough. But hey, she proved them wrong and fight them towards the death. But she's able to prove that she is the greatest fighter. It's just that people always underestimate her due to her age. And she's a well recognized queen warrior of my writing. So, now I'm going to talk about my high school story. Let me tell you, this time I was able to improve my writing and my drawing. All I can say is that I was a little proud how much did I evolve as an artist. But let's see, did I evolve as a writer? So, here we go. My high school drawing. I'm still struggling of a man's body to make him a bit muscular as a professional dancer singer. Since back then, I know how to draw guy's face, but never the body, since I did not practice myself enough to draw guys. But hey, I'm still learning. He is a K-pop star with a group band that I changed his story, and the reason is I got inspired by a K-pop star from TikTok. One thing I don't change of the story is he is broke. I know I'm being a little hard on him, but I want him to be realistic as a K-pop star who spent half his life hard work so he's able to enjoy to be a star. But his backstory was more sadder. What I mean by that, he grew up poor by abused family household. He was neglected by his parents who did not want to have kids. But the problem is they live in a very religious country that having an abortion was never an option. So they kept him even though they don't want to have kids or have the money to take care of him. So he watched a lot of TV star movies who was a professional of his job and who enjoy. And the reason why he watched those because he tried to distract the reality of his life. But he saw how happy they are, the reality TV star. So he imagined himself if he can sing or dance or practice the stuff he enjoyed the most. So when he was in middle school, he got a part-time job so he can join dance classes and sing so he can improve to be better as ever and spent his hard work for 10 years and then got a contest of being a group band of 5 guys. Over 3 years later, he got famous over the YouTube of their beautiful singing and their dancing move towards around the world. And all that short story of my high school drawing. My high school drawing. I changed some part of the story to make it more logical of her perspective of being a mixed race of power since she's a vampire witch. Even so, she went to the most powerful school of all. Even people were scared of her due to stigma against people who eat blood. Well, she doesn't have desire to eat blood since she knows how to get potion of herself to not have desire of blood. And plus, she doesn't have the struggle of being outside at the sun since she liked to enjoy the quality of life of nature. Even so, she was even very gifted when it comes to using her magic. Even so, a lot of her classmates did not enjoy her company. She felt lonely while being the only vampire witch, but she enjoyed her company. What it's like to be the only vampire witch she is. Even so, she proved herself that if she can work hard enough due to the magic and her knowledge of how to improve her magic, she can do it. My high school drawing. This character, I changed the design of her as a black African woman since I make her as a queen of the leader of her tribe. Since her drive is to protect the woman or girls to not get assaulted by people. So she did everything she can to protect them. And due to that, she ended up getting scarred due to her battlefield of protecting the people she loved. Even so, she considered herself the best fighter ever. But she did face some struggle while growing up since her parents teach her how to fight better to survive as a leader, especially since she has siblings who were teaching her how to survive, how to defend herself if she can. But the worst part of all her siblings just died in front of her, and due to that scar she ended up facing, she swore to herself that she would never disappoint them. So she learned how to fight better, even learned to fight toward the death. Even death is nearby her. So she making sure she knows how to fight. Even teach all the girls around the world if she can teach them the basic of how to survive and how to defend themselves. Even so, they make her the queen of her village as the best fighter warrior. And due to that, she was proud of herself to earn that title and feel respected by her community. And she tried her best to help out the community she can for the greatest good of ever. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the story of my notebook drawing and my writing. So I wish you guys goodbye. Bye.